Hey guys, good evening, good evening. My apology for the little bit wet weather. Our start time is gonna be 7:45. Start time is 7:45. Thank you.
Night is falling. You've come to journey's end. Sleep now. Dream of the ones who came before. They are calling from across a distant shore. Why do you weep? What are these tears upon your face? Soon you will see all of your fears will pass away, safe in my arms. You're only sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call across the sea? A pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home. Dawn will turn to silver glass. A light on the water. All souls pass. Hope fades into the world of night. Through shadows falling out of memory and time. Don't say we have come now to the end. White shores are calling. You and I will meet again, and you'll be here in my arms, just sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call across the sea? A pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home. And all will turn to silver glass. A light on the water. Gray ships pass into the west. white and weary hair. Night is falling. You've come to journey's end. Sleep now. Dream of the ones who came before. They are calling from across a distant shore. Why do you weep? What are these tears upon your face? Soon you will see all of your fears will pass away, safe in my arms. You're only sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call? Light on the water, all souls pass, hope fades into the world of night, through shadows falling out of memory and time. Don't say we have come now to the end. White shores are calling. You and I will meet again, and you'll be here in my arms, just sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call? night is falling. You've come to journey's end. Sleep now, dream of the ones who came before. They are calling from across a distant shore. Why do you weep? What are these tears upon your face? Soon you will see all of your fears will pass away, safe in my arms. You're only sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call across the sea? A pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home. Dawn will turn to silver glass. Light on the water, all souls pass. Hope fades into the world of night, through shadows falling out of memory and time. Don't say we have come now to the end.
All right, James, this is where you and I are.
Yeah, you're gonna make sure they don't fall down.
So someone have that side, Mr. Long?
I don't know.
It's really, really right here it is.
I want them to get it before they fall down. I'm just teasing. Where's your mom at the first base side, dude?
I don't know.
742.
I'm in.
Alright, Lynn, have a seat. Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Doctors, have a seat.
I'm calling Kayla real quick.
She's coming.
Oh, okay, good. Great, James. I can't believe it. But we got it in.
Made it. Hey, it's alarm told you.
Miss Taylor, I'm giving you a lot of crap. Good work, sir. I'm giving you a lot of crap. Good work. Seriously.
Is your mom coming down the steps? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the commencement exercise for the senior class of 2024 from Port Charlotte High School. Please help me welcome the members of this year's class as they begin their processional in the stadium tonight. year's class. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor America with the saying of the Pledge of Allegiance. Joining me on stage to present colors are the members of our NJROTC Color Guard unit, and reciting the pledge is valedictorian Gabe de Guzman. I would ask that you remain standing for the playing of our national anthem being performed tonight by graduating senior Dominic Cintron.
I pledge allegiance I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now please remain standing for Dominic Cintron, who will be playing the national anthem. Thank you.
Thank you. Please be seated. First, I want to say thank you to Mr. Corey Hoban and the Pride of Port Charlotte High School Band for the rendition of Pomp and Circumstances during our processional this evening. I also want to thank Chief Dufer, Chief May, and our RTC unit for their presentation this evening. And of course, Dominic, thank you for an outstanding rendition of our national anthem. We are super excited to have each of you here this evening as we celebrate our 41st commencement exercise to award diplomas to the members of this year's class of 2024. To begin our program this evening, there are some introductions and giving of thanks for everyone involved in making our graduation a special occasion for our seniors. First, please help me welcome and thank here on stage the members of the senior leadership team from Charlotte County Public Schools. Their commitment in support of all of our schools, students, and staff is simply second to none. First and foremost, the Superintendent of Charlotte County Public Schools, Mr. Mark Vianello. School Board Chairman, Mrs. Cara Reynolds. School Board Vice Chairman, Mr. John LeClaire. And our school board members, Mrs. Kim Amontre, Mrs. Wendy Atkinson, and Mr. Bob Seeger. Over here down the third base side, the Assistant Superintendent for Student Support, Dr. Michael Desjardins, and the Assistant Superintendent for District Support Services, Mr. Jeff Harvey. I would also like to introduce and thank the members of my leadership team up on stage this evening. They have each worked incredibly hard throughout the last 4 years to support the students of this year's class. First, my assistant principals, Dr. Paul Curtis. Mr. Dan McIntosh. Mr. Leighton Bowie. Our senior class guidance counselor, Mr. James Strauss. And of course, our outstanding career and college counselor and our senior class sponsor, Mrs. Brittany McIntosh. Would the staff that actually braved the storm please stand up? Ladies and gentlemen, give me a hand for the staff of Port Charlotte High School and all their efforts in the class of 2024. Thank you. I also want to thank Dennis Neff and the entire custodial crew for helping out. Of course, Deb Capo and the front office team, and my dean of students running around helping our students. First, Mr. Bill Speck, Mrs. Mary Claire Radishevsky, Mr. Rodney Taylor, and Mr. Quintel Perkins. Of course, the members of our security team, our school resource officers, Deputy Kayla Anderson, Deputy Tommy Scott, and Deputy Hernan Morales. I also want to thank Jill Boyd and her entire staff from the Charlotte County Sports Park for getting the facility ready and providing the support needed for our graduation tonight. Of course, I also want to thank the folks at Grad Images and DB Sound for all their assistance. And last but not least, Mr. Matt Baker and our Pirate TV crew, which is up there helping out this evening. Thank you guys. It is time to begin our graduation ceremony. We have 4 student speakers this evening to present their greetings to the class of 2024. Please help me welcome to the stage our first distinguished speaker, Anindita Carlson.
Good evening, staff, families, and students. It is an honor to be part of the celebration of the Port Charlotte High School graduating class of 2024. I lost track of the amount of times I've revised this speech, trying so desperately to tie together phrases of gratitude and inspiration from every speech I've ever heard. And several days ago, while I'm dumping all my ideas onto this document, I run into Mrs. Mora, whom I'm sure many of you are familiar with as our freshman year Spanish teacher. And if you weren't in that class, which you definitely missed out on, I'm sure you can think of that one classroom where you truly grew into the idea of becoming a high school student. You know, I remember all the people we tried to set up in Mrs. Mora's class, the inside jokes that were made, and Mrs. Mora telling us every minute to pull up our face masks. So many stories to tell, but so little time. I want you all to think back for a moment on your freshman selves. Aren't you glad you don't act like that anymore? There are some people I never would have fathomed being friends with now, or those who are only a memory and who were once family to me. But this is beautiful because it shows that the past few years has set us on different paths on which we get to explore our unique identities, yet still realize we all share this fundamental commonality and fierce pride of being pirates. The painful appeal of parting our ways is now a reality. It's not a see you later, and it's not even a bye. It's have a nice life, unless Cole and I plan our 20-year reunion. For every student who has fought to come to school, suffered alone, and survived true devastations, the strength behind your actions does not go unrecognized. So whether it be tonight, tomorrow, or in a year from now, take the time to celebrate your efforts and be proud of how much you have grown over the past 4 years. I catch myself thinking I have never changed and I never will. But if you had a conversation with me a year ago about the people I look up to the most, I would have named everyone except for my sister Kaisa. A memory with her most symbolic of our relationship was at the beach when I was 6 and she was 8. I was minding my business in the water, and out of nowhere, I was attacked by a jellyfish. So I'm bawling, and the whole beach is staring, so she decides it's time to finally go back to our hotel. She scoops me up onto her back because I was too scared to even move. And a few feet later, there I am, laying face down in the sand because my sister obviously wasn't strong enough to carry me. And somehow, even after dropping me in my most vulnerable moment, she picked me back up seconds later and made sure I was safe. I know she didn't want to drop me, or she tried to care, but she was faced with her own life that took her strength away from me. For the next 10 years, I felt like this pain still lingered. We would fight every day. She would make me cry in Mrs. Hawk's statistics class, or maybe it was the math. But the point is, no matter how much she discredited me, she continued to carry me on her back, formed my path down that beach, and protected me. Every tear that I shed was another time she dropped me from the safety of her validation, yet she never seemed to realize. It's been a year of self-growth, and even though I choke up saying this, I owe her a thank you for carrying me this far in life, and a thank you for dropping me so many times, allowing me to stand for myself. But it's only a matter of seconds until I slip off her back for good. Time is up. Now I'm forced to stop relying on other people to pave the way for me. I am beyond lucky to have met the people that I did, to be pushed into success by amazing staff and teachers, all creating a strong foundation under my accomplishments. Thank you to Mrs. McIntosh for telling me no when a lesson needed to be learned. And thank you to Mrs. Brano for being by my side when nobody else could, and showing me it is strong to be vulnerable. There are so many people to thank, so many stories to tell, but so little time to do so. I'd like to dedicate this speech to not only my sister and my mom, who has been my lifeline, best friend, and inspiration, but also the students who feel overlooked, the students who have poured everything into their pursuit of success, and the unfortunate students who are in AP Calculus. To the graduating class of 2024, we ran out of time, but you still have everything waiting for you. Be confident, be strong, and be glad that waking up at 5 a.m. is finally over. Congratulations.
Our next speaker, Mr. Evan Demar.
Congratulations, you're finally here. 18 years of life have led you to this moment. It's graduation day, and as Oscar Wilde said, The best place to be is here, and the best time to be is now. Meaning you should take this moment in, likely the greatest accomplishment of your life to this point. All of you have every right to enjoy this moment. Now, that being said, you have another very important lesson to learn from that quote. Don't trust somebody just because they're standing behind a podium. Oscar Wilde never said that. Bill and Ted said that during their excellent adventure movie in 1989. Only part I left out was the air guitar. For those of you who haven't seen the movie, you need to, but I'll give an extremely watered-down explanation so this whole speech makes sense. Basically, Bill and Ted are given a task, a certain workload they must complete before they can graduate. Graduation may not seem very important to Bill and Ted due to their lack of aptitude and rebellious musical aspirations, but they both recognize they must graduate because graduation isn't a token for the 4 years you spend in high school, but rather stands as a symbol of growth, proving to yourself that you can accomplish anything outside of high school. In the end, Bill and Ted do find who they are and choose to start a rock band. Obviously a broad summary, but sounds familiar, doesn't it? Besides the rock band, of course. That's because that's all of you. That's all you've been doing the last however many years you've been here. All of you are Bill and Ted. Now, it may sound funny, but with a little imagination, the adventure comedy transforms into an introspective metaphor for accomplishment. I mean, if we're talking literally, the movie is directly about those two knuckleheads' journey to graduation, and ironically, I believe we can learn a lot from the most outstanding Bill and Ted. I mean, hopefully none of you had to do what they had to do to graduate, but the lesson they teach is still very relevant to us today. The growth they experienced throughout their excellent adventure is similar to the growth you've had over the last 4 years of your excellent adventure. And if you believe this adventure wasn't excellent, and you, much like Bill and Ted, want to distance yourself from school as much as possible, then you have the power to do that. And that's what makes graduation so amazing. You can go and do any livelihood you want, and you know now that you can succeed in this. And I don't mean to spoil the next movie, and yes, there is a second and third Bill and Ted movie, but they did create the greatest rock band of all time, all because they believed in themselves. However, it wasn't all confidence, but perseverance as well. They had a bogus adventure too, and had to face the music eventually, but still, they persevered. So take a look at all of us. Every single person here took a different route here, wore different clothes, ate different food, took different classes, and most importantly, faced different hardships. And yet we're all in the same stadium, getting handed the same piece of paper for reaching the same accomplishment, all because we displayed the same quality of perseverance. So, if there's one thing you can learn from Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan, it's don't give up and follow the path to life best fit for you, especially when the going gets tough. You may have some uncool moments, things might not always be most excellent, but you take the tubular days with the most odious ones and keep doing what you've been doing these 4 years at Port Charlotte. And with that, I wish you all luck, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.
Our next guest speaker, Miss Liana Hampshire and Miss Lindsay Hampshire.
We have reached the X on the map. For 15 years of our lives, we have all had the same set standard we've had to achieve, all to make it to our graduation. Congrats, we did it. But wait, that's not quite right. While we may have all had to sit through the same FSA testing and EOCs for more years than we could have ever wanted, we have all had unique and different journeys that will soon lead us to walking this stage. Some of us have wanted to be independent for years. Others wish it didn't go by so fast. Either way, we couldn't have done it alone. So thank you to the administrators, teachers, and support staff. Thank you to Mr. Neff and the custodians, to Miss Annette and the cafeteria ladies. Thank you also to the parents in the audience who have sacrificed their time to us, and of course, to our network of friends. In fact, we have gained and kept many friends along the way. And today, I stand here with my sister, who has truly become my best friend.
Thanks, sis. Throughout our high school experiences, you have become my best friend too. The relationships we made will last beyond our high school years. Unlike a pirate's map, there are many different routes and starting points to reach our X marks the spot. Maybe your parents are alumni who chant the PCHS fight song. Maybe you are a transfer who became a pirate overnight. Or maybe you entered PCHS because it's closed and gas is getting pretty expensive. Our high school journey is similar to our adoption story.
My sister and I are not from the United States. In fact, we are from the complete opposite side of the world, China. Our parents flew 24 hours to span 8,000 miles to adopt us. Beyond our birthplace, beyond our circumstances, beyond our genetics, we became part of the Hampshire family. And just as we were adopted from China to be with our family here, we have also been adopted into the Port Charlotte High School Pirate family, a family that is a blend of backgrounds, perspectives, and personalities. And so have each of you.
Our diverse pirate family is connected by shared experiences, whether it's the messy ones like pieing Mr. Bowie, Mr. McIntosh, and the infamous Coach Whaley in the face.
Or whether it was the seemingly minor ones, like getting an ID to replace the one we lost, grabbing a snack from our class sponsors, thanks Miss McIntosh, or getting caught by Coach Perkins for breaking dress code. True story. These encounters have been the consistent pattern of dashes leading us to our X.
But where do we go now? The X on a map may symbolize an end to a journey, but an X also symbolizes an intersection, a crossroads. Some of us look to the future with expectation. Others look to it with anxiety. And while we may not always connect with them, even our parents in the audience understand the paradoxical feelings that we have in this moment.
But now that we've been finally presented with our metaphorical treasure, and we stand at an X meant to indicate an end of our high school career, we also stand at the edge of a new journey, one that is uncharted and unknown. However, the imprint of teachers like Miss Brano, friends like Olivia, and family like Liana will remain as the treasures we continue to carry. Just as my sister and I stand together on this stage, headed towards separate careers, yet still connected by the relationship we have formed, you will do the same, even as you choose your next X. But as we move from this exciting and metaphorical journey, we must come back to the literal world we are in.
A world where we run on a 24-hour clock, filled with dates, times, and deadlines. Even tonight, we had to be here at 7 o'clock, and some of you are looking at the clock right now. Even as we stand here, remembering that last-minute, all-nighter project, or even that last shot right before the buzzer ran out on the clock, we are dictated by time. But time is more than just the constraining dictator of deadlines and last shots. It is a preserver. All the moments we reminisce about, they remain in the time that has passed.
Ask the parents in the audience who have seen just how quickly we've grown up, how quickly life goes by. Terry Crews said it best: you can't live in the future because it hasn't happened yet, and you can't live in the past because it's gone. All you have is now. While it can be good to reflect on the past and good to hope in the future, let us not forget the now.
So don't miss this moment. Don't miss the now.
Thank you, and God bless Fort Charlotte High.
Please help me welcome Avery Gauthier.
Good evening, family, staff, visitors, and congratulations to the esteemed class of 2024. Though on our journey here, senioritis sure was a tough opponent, we officially made it. Before I continue, I just wanted to take a minute to acknowledge the fact that without the endless and generous support that all of us have received from not only family and friends, but also the staff and admin of Port Charlotte High School, which led us to this spot today as successful graduates, we would not be standing here. So please, let's give a moment of applause for all of those who helped us get here today. Thank you. As we reflect over these last 4 years, class of 2024, as seniors, we have led and contributed to several of the biggest achievements in Port Charlotte High history. Now, yes, these achievements may include our phenomenal senior prank, where we relocated all of our teachers' chairs and flooded the halls with balloons and streamers. But more importantly, for one, academically, this year, our class led the largest jump in school grade in over 10 years. Our athletic teams have amassed over 7 district titles, 5 regional titles, and over 4 state awards and qualifications. Our class holds over 35 ACE diplomas, over 60 certificate indentations, and over 90 students with over 100 plus volunteer hours. Our marching and concert bands continue to receive perfect ratings, and overall, we have truly shown excellence as a class. Please, a round of applause. The list of our achievements as a class could go on and on, as overall as a group, we have successfully restored the Pirate Nation back to normality through COVID and the hurricane. Alongside our many accomplishments, together, we've made memories that will forever last. For one, there were the many firsts of high school. There was the first football game, the first class, the first friend, the first crush, the first friend zone, the second friend zone. You get the point. I'll never forget Powder Puff, where I had the joy to wear a cheerleading uniform, which, though it didn't quite fit right, it was a joy to cheer along our senior class as we won yet again. There will always be the spirit days where we dressed up as barbecue dads and soccer moms, and I'm sure we'll never forget the shared experience where we take our class essays and assignments with such importance as we waited just until the night before to begin and submit at that well-known time of 11:59 p.m. There were the roaring pep rallies where we'd watch our favorite teachers break dance as we prepared to beat our rivals, Charlotte High School in football, for the 1,000th time. Yes, these days we'll forever remember as the good old days. And though, to many, high school is like a roll of toilet paper, as you really do miss it when it's gone, class of 2024, let these memories bring joy, not sadness, hope, and not regret as you journey into the future. As I close this speech, I'd love to give the cliche advice of follow your dreams, or even practical advice like don't eat yellow snow. Trust me, I've tried. But since none of us have experienced life after high school, I thought it'd be fitting to share a special surprise with you. Now, no, I won't be handing out cash prizes, but rather, over these past couple months, I made a mission to reach out to several staff and admin of PCHS and ask them to share their best advice for you all as you traverse this new chapter. So, here you go. From Mr. McIntosh, love passionately, live intentionally, and lead humbly. From Dr. Curtis, your vision is your destiny. From Mr. Bowie, don't carry old feelings into new experiences. From Miss McIntosh, live a life that makes you happy. From Miss Ormady, chase your dreams with courage, heartfelt passion, and a love for our planet. From Miss Bruglio, embrace now, create memories, and cherish your friends. And lastly, from Mr. Long, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. Pirates, I truly wish you the best throughout this new chapter of life. And though this transition may be filled with obstacles, uncertainties, setbacks, or even the pain of having to file taxes, do as philosopher, great thinker, and fish from Finding Nemo, Dory, once said, just keep swimming. Class of 2024, harness that pirate pride. Let your persistence blow your sails, your skills steer your ship, and your experiences be your crewmates as you head towards a sea of discovery and much success. Thank you.
All right, that's impossible to follow, for sure. But in my congratulatory remarks to the class of 2024, I want to take this last opportunity to talk about your success. Although each of your stories are unique, they are all rooted in the success each of you has shared the last 4 years of high school. You are part of an incredible class with amazing stories to tell. For some of you, your story of success started with a choice, the choice to get involved. As freshmen, Travis Waller, Haley Barnett, Josh Blair, Selena Tuthill, they made the choice to join NJROTC. At best, they inherited a program that was on probation. It may not have crossed their mind at the time, but after 4 years of tireless work, that program was named Most Improved and earned the Unit of Distinction as the top program in the state of Florida this year. Our school has not achieved that recognition since 2012. Maybe your success started with a dream. Ed Gurrier pursued his dream to play football after high school. Not even Ed could have imagined 4 years ago that he would graduate early, earn a football scholarship to Rutgers University, and score his first Division I collegiate touchdown just a few weeks ago. For others, the story of success was achieved through perfection. Gabriel de Guzman, our valedictorian, spent untold hours of study outside of the classroom pursuing academic perfection. Not only would his GPA be perfect, his cumulative weighted GPA would be one of the highest ever achieved at our school. Commended National Merit Scholar recipient and earning both his advanced placement capstone and Cambridge ACE diplomas are just a few of the academic milestones achieved through his pursuit of perfection. The choice to get involved, following your dream, the pursuit of perfection, so many stories to tell, so many ways in which the success of your class could be told, it would seem impossible to choose just one. I believe that Emerson, in his poem entitled Success, that Avery Degautier referenced in his speech, describes the story of how each of you in the class of 2024, without a doubt, were successful. The last verse of the poem reads, "Success is to know that one life has breathed easier because you have lived." Well, between the tears, kind words, and warm embraces between staff and students, I believe the story of your class's success was told at that moment. The moment when each of you had your opportunity to let someone know how much they were loved and appreciated throughout the last 4 years we've been together. That moment was during the moving on ceremony. I cannot speak for everyone, but it seemed to me for those 15 minutes, everything just seemed right in the world. It seemed to me at that moment, we all breathed just a little bit easier because of the wonderful moments that were shared over the last 4 years. I hope for each of you nothing but good health and happiness in all of your future choices. I hope that there are moments in your life when you can reflect back on your experiences in high school and smile. I hope you come back. I hope you come back to share a handshake and a hug. I hope that wherever you are, and no matter what circumstances of in your life, you will always be able to remember that once you're a pirate, you're always a pirate. Congratulations to each of you on a successful job well done. You guys ready to graduate? Let's do it. Mr. Vianello, would you please join me at the podium? With the class of 2024, please stand up. Mr. Vianello, I, Lou Long, principal at Port Charlotte High School, hereby certify that the members of this class in 2024 that stand before you have met the requirements for graduation established by the state of Florida and the Charlotte County Public Schools.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As Superintendent of Charlotte County Public Schools, I hereby accept the Port Charlotte High School class of 2024 as fulfilling its requirements for graduation and grant high school diplomas to the members of this class. Congratulations, graduates.
Let's move those tassels over. Congratulations, you just graduated from high school. Woo! Please be seated. Our MC for this evening, Mr. Dan McIntosh.
Before we begin our graduation ceremony tonight, I'd like to take just a moment to recognize a pirate who is not with us tonight and ask for you all to join me in a moment of silence for Mr. Jason Robert Riola, Jr. Thank you. Once a pirate, always a pirate. We've practiced and practiced. Are we ready? Would the first row of graduates please stand and approach the stage? Gabriel Brian Reyes de Guzman, valedictorian, summa cum laude. Anadita Carlson, senior class president, summa cum laude. Cole Wesley Biner, senior class vice president, summa cum laude. Erin Leanne Riley, senior secretary, summa cum laude. Ayana Janea Rosado, senior class historian. Alyssa Ann Ross, senior class senator, summa cum laude. Lindsay Meijing Hampshire, senior class senator, summa cum laude. Liana Meijing Hampshire, summa cum laude. Avery Michael Gautier, salutatorian, summa cum laude. Evan Thomas Dunbar. Keely Elizabeth Abel. Scarlett Acosta, cum laude. Mariah Nicole Albert, magna cum laude. Nicholas Barrett Alexander. Dominic Ethan Centron, summa cum laude. Kareen Beauchamp. Malachi Barrett Walker. Haley Janine Barnett. Joshua Brian Bernard. Jada Rosemarie Baltrouche. Jonathan Blaze Baldwin. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach the stage? Benjamin Brian Baker. Joseph Azalina. Brian Arias. Marcus Grayson Andrade. Olivia Anderson McCarthy. Brooklyn Yvette Anderson. Michael Alexander Alvarado. Olivia Moon Bem. Eric Laquan Bell. Zachary Mark Burfinger. Marilyn Judy Berto. Joshua Scott Blair. Claudia Bowden, cum laude. Jacob Francisco Bowers. Haley Marie Boyce. Caitlin Danae Brannon, magna cum laude. Ray Brown. Sarah Elizabeth Brown. Shania Brown. Charles Jackson Brown Cabo, cum laude. Joelle Cherry. Kayla Nicole Cheeseman. Maria Ferdinanda Chavano. Felix Castro. Mackenzie Rose Castell. Shane Aaron Lee Chambers. Landon Michael Carter. Benjamin Donald Caruso. Kaden Michelle Caparelli, summa cum laude. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach stage? Devin Cruz. Riley Elizabeth Cameron. Angelise Cabrera Groves. Justin Cable. Dahlia Butler. Aiden Michael Bueno. Asia Lene Christensen, cum laude. Isaiah Jacob Cintron. Samuel Clairjus, cum laude. Nicholas Ray Klein. Javier Coco Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Justice Anthony Reginald Coleman. Jason Justice Cologne. Aiden Spencer Cook. Chase Coyne. Irina Nicole Crandall. Justin Cott. Edline Destuches. Clayton James Crawford, magna cum laude. Good job. Owen Creeke VI, cum laude. Michael Brian DeRosier, summa cum laude. David Martin Dennis, Jr. Linnea Ayana Denard. Kaylee Michelle DeLoma. Jordan Delgado. Mia Cassidy Delfino. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach stage? Marcus Alejandro Del Castillo. Kaylee DeLange. Tristan Michael Alexander Delaney. Dominic O'Neill DeForest. Cameron Cordell Davis. Cassidy Grace DeApril. Malachi Stephen Cromwell. Scott Gabriel Creeke. Braden Michael DeVoe. Emilis Diaz Lopez. Orionyx Marie Diaz Rodriguez, cum laude. Evan Luis Diaz Vasquez. Evan Thomas Dodd. Carl Jr. Dorsonville. Olivia Jean Drennan, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Serrata Dykeman. Markins Edmond. Spencer Eggers, cum laude. Catherine Nicole Emery, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Estrada, cum laude. Marcos Fagundo. Stefan Garcia. Rosalinda Esperanza Garcia. Andres Eduardo Garcia. Caden Ganzak, summa cum laude. Erica Gansito. Nasir Gallimore. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach stage? Aurora Funk. Kaylin Marie Francis. Aiden Flavin. Susan Nicole Fisher. Andrew Joseph Fiorelli. Christopher Carl Fay. Luke Thomas Fant, cum laude. Aaron Paul Carter Giles, summa cum laude. Mariah Rose Gilliam. Silas Fritz Gelat. Align Michael Gambos Ramos. Gabrielle Isabel Goodson. Peyton Danielle Granditz. Gia Christine Greaves. Ayana Renee Grivois. Ayana Renee Grivois. Grace Isabella Guerin. Rebecca Guerrero. Ed Guerriere. Arissa Renee Guido. Dardeski Guillaume. Jorge Michael Troy Gutierrez White. Christopher Michael Johnson Jr. Adrian Jose Hernandez. Mackenzie Marie Hepp. Caitlin Jane Hazelwood. Haley Nicole Hayes. Annalise Marie Harrison. Jaden Anthony Harris. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach the stage? Andrew Harris. Angel Harris Reyes. Dominic Harlow, summa cum laude. Marcalia Hamilton. Mackenzie Marie Hall. Patrick John Hagan. Kit Haas. Amy Hernandez Burbis. Kyle Stephen Herrera. Michaela Ann Herman. Jayla Rose Holtham. McCoy Matthew Horton Livingston. Margaret Abigail Hutchinson. Giselle Hillen Innocent. Isaac Dominic Ivory. Devin Nicholas Jackson. Paris Jean Pierre. Alexandria Alberta Jarvis. LeBron Marquez Jenkins. Shauna Courtney Gerald. Damaris Jasiris Jerez, magna cum laude. Davion Laman Lowry. Brandon Lowe. James Landa, cum laude. Felix Gray Land. Grant David LaBallister. Zachary Alexander Custer, magna cum laude. George Andrew Kushner. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach the stage? Monique Kohler. Sapphire Klebs. Isabel Catherine Karubi. Meredith Elizabeth Joyce. Aaliyah Desiree Jones. Tamaya Johnson. Jalen Ray Johnson. Evangelise Jimenez Colon. Rodolphe Kyler Laurent. Brianna Nole Lauren. Lazaro Kairu Lazo Labrada, cum laude. Carlos Leon Leon. Harold Leon, magna cum laude. Dominic Justin Leslie. Sarah Olivia Leslie. Andrew Tyler Light. Chavez Kareem Dimiman Lozana. Ariana Ray Lockey Progel. Giannina Adele Logan, summa cum laude. Ty J. Lombard. Lino Alicio Lopez. Haley Morris. Kaylee Sky Moore. Kara Ann Mayer, cum laude. Sierra Kaylin Martos. Armando Jose Martinez. Jace James Markham. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach stage? Eli Manley. Isaac Magallanes, summa cum laude. Corey William Moffett. Katrina Jacqueline Machado, magna cum laude.
Let's go, class of 2024!
Madison James Lyon. Aiden Charles Lynn. Tyrell Luther. Samuel Rashawn Luther. Haley Eileen Lorenz, magna cum laude. Brianna Kelly Mazzoni. Kaylin Elsie Esther McCammon. Caitlin Susan McGinnis Eastwood. Connor Benjamin McGuire, cum laude. Malcolm McNeil. Jared Jacob Medina. Michaela Ann Miller, summa cum laude. Michael Ian Minton. Cole Mishu. Gabriella Michelle Mitchell. Maria Molina. Soraya Mondia. Braden Jeffrey Montgomery. Jasmine Michelle Pop. Seth Pope. Brandon Alberto Munez Owen, cum laude. Layla Rosa Olivieri. Kaylee Joanne Nugent. Mateo Richard Knopf, summa cum laude. Adrian Miguel Nina, summa cum laude. Tan Hua Win, magna cum laude. Stella Murray. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach the stage? Cole Jerome Murray. Eric Lee Mullins. Trinity Joybella Mueller. Jacob Roy Mrazek, cum laude. Cole Morrow. Kiara Noel Haid Montanant. Sophie Maya Owens. Zion Palacios. Dakota Partolo. Noelia Alexandra Pene Benitez. Isaiah Matthew Preda Varga. Tristan Michael Drago Perez. Michael Anthony Perez. Madeline Emma Perez Nito, magna cum laude. Chloe Michelle Peters. Seth Xavier Peters. Gavin Pierre Antoine, cum laude. Tavius Nathan Platt, cum laude. Trenton Daniel Platt. Madison Angelia Plesky. Sebastian Sanchez. Damian Joseph Sanchez. Destiny Renee Reeves. Daniel Scott Razem. Ismael Paul Raphael. Victoria Esperanza Ramirez. Daniel Ramirez. Sarah Rafidi. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach the stage? Frank Miguel Quinos Marino. Alexis Puga, magna cum laude. Lucius Zachary Prince, cum laude. Ryan Thomas Prensel. Brent Matthew Pratt. Sarah Ann Prather. Abigail Caitlin Resnick. Kaylee Noel Reynolds, magna cum laude. Aiden Robert James Rich. Michaela Madeline Richmond. Gage Xavier Shane Ricker. Connor Michael Reamer. Drew Rivera. Jeremiah Rivera. Angel Nelson Robles. Grexamar Rohanna. Jeremy Brandon Ross. Jaslyn Jayla Roy. McKinley Samar. John Samperio, summa cum laude. Jagger Evan Thomas. Damari Giselle Thomas. Andy Singh. Elizabeth Haley Simon, magna cum laude. Zachary Thomas Simmons. Jasmine Linda Shipley. Noah Sherry. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach the stage? Colton Bryce Shara. Owen Alexander Shake, cum laude. Faith Nicole Seeley. Hunter Russell Schwint, summa cum laude. Victor Arnold Santiago. Daniel Santiago Lopez. Kayvon Santana. Jai Samuel Smith. November Rain Smoot. Jeremias Solis. Angel Marie Soto. Kyle Jacob Starcher, cum laude. Evie Statharis. Zachary Louis DeLudo, cum laude. Bertram Demetrius Stevens. Anthony Louis Strahia. Jamal Devin Streeter. Alexander Chase Sturgis. Dominique Rose Tavares. Kayla Alexis Tersini. Amos Favor Thoror. Alyssa Lynn Waldeck, summa cum laude. Michael Joseph Vulo. Aeneas James Vigil. Lucas Michael Van Scory. Larissa Jean Van Scory, magna cum laude. Robert Christopher Unger. Madison Louise Underwood, magna cum laude. Would the next row of graduates please stand and approach the stage? Nathaniel Tyrell Tyson. Abigail Joyce Tuttle, cum laude. Selena Ray Tuthill. On David Tron, magna cum laude. Mia Olivia Torres. Lance Michael Waldrop. Nevin James Wolkowski, cum laude. Travis Edward Waller. Atiana Nyasia Marie Watson. Shariah Jaticia Watson. Casey Michael White. Jalarni Tashawn Dale White. Jelani Wilkie Blake. Kyra Alea Williams. Selena Faye Williams, cum laude. Avery Emmanuel Willis. Martin Joseph Wilson. Isabella Woodard. Elena Jo Wright. Jamar J. Jarrett. Dakota Cade Yinks. We promised her she'd get the biggest applause. Sabrina Zador. One more round of applause for all the graduates of the class of 2024.
Sabrina, hurry up. Will the class of 2024 please stand up? Will the crowd please stand up and give the class of 2024 a hand and join us in the alma mater? Hey, Mr. Baker, if you could just play Cool in the Gang, that would be great, because I think these guys want to go home and celebrate.
Hail to alma mater, we sound our hymn to thee. Inside thy walls we can achieve whatever we can be. Palm and pine surround us, near sand and sun-kissed shore. Our loyalty we pledge once more. We sing in harmony. Port Charlotte, hail to thee.
Congratulations to the class of 2024. Drive home and be safe.
Celebration.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time, yeah, yeah. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Come on and celebrate tonight. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times, come on. A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time. It's a celebration. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate.